come on in. Let me know when you guys get here. We actually got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot. So remember, if it doesn't pop up, because it's a slow little bitch up there, put it down in the comments. Let me know that you guys are here. Remember guys, if you're popping in and it doesn't show up there, drop it on the comments. What's going on? Wait for a couple more people to file in and then we'll get started. Dude, I don't know if they can hear you, but you're snoring. Long day today. Alright, Rico. Alright, Ray. Where are you? Scott? Deb? Tiff? Where are you guys? I told him 7 o'clock. Anyways. Okay. So. We had a lot to talk about tonight, but I want to get started, but I don't really want to like repeat myself. We're like almost 3 minutes in. Alright, whatever. They'll just have to catch up, I guess. Okay, so let's get started. And as a running theme that I've had through this whole thing is the interconnectedness between spirituality, religion, esoteric occult knowledge. Basically the whole gamut was one big pie that got broken up once Constantine got his hands on Christianity. That's been the whole running theme of this whole damn thing, even going back to when I started my whole documenting my spiritual journey kind of thing. How are you, Cosmo? So, what's going on? Muna? I'll stick with Muna because I don't want to poop. What's going on? Alright. So, okay. Alright, guys. So, it's been a running theme about how everything's connected, and as soon as Constantine got his hands on Christianity and made it the dominant religion around the world, much as thank you, Gio, much as Hellenistic Greek was the universal language of the time around the world. Like literally, what's going on, Trend? Gio, love you too. Thank you. Like I've discussed before, guys, Hellenistic Greek was the universal language around the world at that time. What's up, Mike? I haven't seen you in a while, dude. It was the universal language. Alright, guys? So everything was dictated, written, translated through everything. So this is something that if you press a rabbi, they will admit it. But it's much like the theologians and the pastors and everything in Christianity. They don't like to admit this stuff either. But if you press them, they don't have answers for it. They don't. What's up, guys? If you agree with it, hit the like button. Help me out here. They don't like to admit it. They really don't. Just like they don't like to admit that their entire Bible, the Bible that we base ours off of. Oh, I'm sorry. Auntie, how are you doing? Hi. So, they don't like to admit it, guys. Because that's the reason why they have multiple meanings for singular characters in the Hebrew language, ladies and gentlemen. This is why. It's because it was originally written in a language that had over 20, almost 26. It's like 25,767 or something like that. That is the Hellenistic Greek language that was used worldwide, or what was known as worldwide at that time. You have to think about it, guys. This is Jesus' time. This is 2,000 years ago. Exactly, it doesn't have synonyms. But guess what? Greek does. And Greek was the original language the Hebrew Bible was written in. It is proven. They don't like to admit it, but it's proven. Because the Septuagint has the whole damn thing. And I keep preaching to you guys. There is a free 25 course, I just said it, course. I'm sorry. There is a whole 25 episode course, basically, free online, that you guys can watch, learn this stuff, and go look it up for yourselves, if you so choose. If you want to be ignorant, I don't want to hear your bullshit down there. If you're not willing to do the work yourselves, to either see that I'm right or try to prove me wrong, whatever way you're coming from, I don't want to fucking hear from you, because you're not serious, and you're showing me you're not serious. So I'm not gonna dive into that. Blood Moon, I am talking about everything. Right now, I'm working down the line as far as to where everything was translated from, as far as like religious texts, everything else. And then we're going to work into essentially what my little short was about earlier today. Okay, so everything is translated through Hellenistic Greek. It's even proven by the translation between Greek to Hebrew in Elohim. And I've gone over this again and again and again. Elohim is not only plural, it's a double plural. Because it's not in the beginning God and goddess create. It's in the beginning gods and goddesses create. It's a double plural. Now, it's fully translated out like that in Greek. It's only when you get to the Hebrew Bible that they use the excuse, oh no, it's just meant for a singular God. No, it's not. Because that says something different, and that is what you translated your Bible from. So, you lie. I don't want to hear you. It's simple things like that go over everyone's heads, ladies and gentlemen. Simple little things like that. Do you realize that? And I keep going back to, not even the Catholic faith was the same thing 50 years ago. And you could show Mel Gibson all my stuff and he'd probably hate my guts, but he wouldn't disagree with me. He would not disagree with me one bit. So much is missing. Do you know the Ethiopian Bible actually has every book in existence that's meant to be in the Bible? Do you guys know that? Raise your hands if you do. Let me see the hearts down here, or the hundreds and what. You heard this argument? Yeah. it's not an argument, dude. It's the truth. It's the truth. What is my dude? You can go back through all my lives. I say the same thing. Like, I'm heavy-handed because all of you are conditioned the same way that I was. So it takes a fucking sledgehammer of truth to the head to get you guys to pay attention. I don't like being an asshole, but I'm good at it, and it gets through to people. Your pastors do not understand symbology the way that they should. Let me just leave it at that. But we've all been lied to. We've all been corrupted. We've all been told who we are, where to go, what to do, and that includes religion. Religion's been a big part of that. Yeah, like let's take, okay. So Mike, you're doing that on purpose, and I love you for it because you know where I'm going to go with this, with you saying that. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the Christian faith through the first 100 years, you could consider pagan. Do you know why? Do you know why? I'm being fully on. I'm not being facetious. And no, I will just openly explain to you if you don't know. But do you know why? So, well, yeah, because of Rome. But also, and you're welcome, Trent. Like I said, you know, sledgehammer has to get you to like see the light, essentially, and then it's like, okay, are we willing to have an open conversation now with respect? Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'm not a bad guy, dude. It's just I know how to defend myself. What's up, kitty? So yeah, Rome essentially is the key component for everything. Like, they took everything and just went. But even before that, like the first 100 years of Christianity, before Rome ever got its hands on it, was more pagan in origin than anything else. They didn't just worship a singular god. Like I bring up time and again, they worshipped the god and the goddess. They worshipped the aspects of the divine masculine, the Saturn, and the divine feminine, or the best one that I attach to it, because it's the oldest translation of the divine feminine, is not even Sophia. It's actually Luciferia. Yeah, Christianity, because I am Celtic, Christianity took my goddess and made her the fucking devil. I personally have an issue with that, now that I know the truth. Because that's my cultural history that you're bastardizing. So let's see what Trent says. They had to cater to the... Yep, exactly. What is your opinion on furries? Not trying to be rude, just curious. I don't have anything against them, but I've never really understood it myself. Not understood the culture, but like understood the fascination, understood the need. It shows a lack of development at some point, I think, for somebody to be stuck in that kind of mindset. But then again, like I said, I can be very blunt with my thoughts, very straightforward, very direct, and yeah, it gets me in trouble a lot, but yeah, like Trent, like you heard it when I was being the sledgehammer, when I was going on a rant, like to me, I've done customer service and sales and management for like the last almost 26 years now. Most people I run into are mentally 2 or 5 years old. And it goes back to, and we've talked about this before, it's the conditioning of society itself. And that's where It's always been intertwined. If you guys go look up like George Carlin, he made an entire career in comedy, like literally telling you truth but making you laugh all the way through it. Like, he told you what politics were all about. He told you what the school system was all about. He told you what wartime encampments were all about. Like, he was doing it before social consciousness was even around. But he was making it funny, so you would absorb it. But unfortunately, they have a way of making things go away and people forget. And I think we can all agree on that, can't we? I think we all, like, they deliberately pretty much make our time clock memory-wise about 5 years long. LGBTQ, well, I'm bi, so I can't really have a negative opinion on it. I prefer women. If you're looking for a title, because everybody is, I fucking hate it personally. But you would call me a Dom straight tall top. Like, you would never even, like, if I didn't mention it to you, you would never even know. So yeah, no jokes about me taking in the butt, because that's never going to happen, and it never will. And I have a particular kind of type, so if you don't fit into that, which is the more feminine aspect, because I love women, you don't got a chance. But like I said, if I didn't bring it up, no one would know, because it's no one else's business but mine. But you asked what my opinion was on it, and that's my opinion. Like, yeah, go ahead. Okay. So this is going to be super. I'm going to try to break it down, because I go off on tangents, trends. Sorry. Again, old man, bad eyes. This is why I have glasses, and I couldn't see originally because the pits, if you guys remember, broke my original glasses. So my thoughts on this is, it's a language that we have completely forgotten. There's enough evidence that there was an advance. Do you hear him? Hold on. Shut the fuck up. Where are you? Dude, you better not go batshit crazy right now. No, I do not have a spouse, and I do not believe in pronouns, so. And you can't really get on me about that, because like I said, I'm bi. I think it's stupid, personally. I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid to parade around anything about yourself. It's stupid. I'm disabled. The only reason I say that is because I'm on a spiritual journey, and I'm supposed to reclaim my power. I'm supposed to remember who the fuck I am, right? That's the whole point of the spiritual journey. Because I'm cheap, and I don't want to pay for a therapist, so I'm doing it myself. But that's, like, I hate the whole concept of why. Where's the, again, Trend will tell you. Anybody else in here that knows me will tell you. I believe in authenticity, and I believe in nuance. And where is the fucking nuance in parading around everything about yourself? Where's the mystery? Where's the attraction? Where's the magic? Why are you that? And even before I went on the spiritual journey, I was secure enough within myself to still believe this part. Like, are you that insecure within yourself that you have to parade that around? Like, really? Do you? I don't get it. I'm disabled. I could have done that my whole life, but I show up and perform like a normal human being. Like, unless I'm hurt or I tell you, you can rarely tell I'm disabled. and I can still run a 6-minute mile at 43. So, old man, anybody that calls me that, go fuck yourself. Okay, let's see what. Sorry, see, tangents. I know people be making it all about them, and yeah, exactly. People don't know what it is to conserve yourself and keep. Yeah, okay, so that's actually a good one right there, Trent. Because I don't think you were here for last night, were you? We actually talked about the whole no fap thing. You lose your divinity. And like I told them, it's not a literal lesson. It's a symbolic lesson. Because if you think about it, it's all within reason. Everything is within balance, within reason. It's all a test symbolically of your inner fortitude. Are you somebody that can put that to the side and get shit done and then come back to it later on? Maybe like you had a hard day, like, exactly. Thank you. I'm rambling, so thank you. Yes, moderation. Self-discipline. There you go. Thank you. That's what I was looking for initially, self-discipline. It's a symbolic lesson of self-discipline. That's all the no fap rule is. Because like with everything else, it's either you do it enough, just enough for what you need it, or you were that crazy motherfucker that's off in the corner like, hey. No one wants to be that motherfucker. Like, seriously. What's up, Trent? Thank you. What are your thoughts on emotional support stuff? Okay, so I've told you guys my story. Born with cerebral palsy, disabled my whole life. Literally, it kills me every day to show up and perform like a normal person, but I've literally trained myself to do it, so I kill myself regardless. So I have a very old school mentality. Like, you would not even find it that much anymore, because it was mainly my great-grandmother and my grandfather raising me. So I'm very much a suck up and deal with it type of person. If you need that type of stuff, I'm not going to criticize you, even though I don't really believe in it, and I'll be honest about that. But I'm not going to shit on you for it. I'm not somebody that wants to ever pull people down. If you ever ask anybody about me, people that like me or people that hate me, they'll all call me a try-hard. I always try to make people feel better. I always try to do my best. I always try to show up in every situation. Even if whether I was playing the victim earlier in life or taking accountability now. That's who I've always been. Authenticity. I'm tired of people telling me who the fuck I am when I've literally saved their ass over and over again for decades. Like, literally, I was a child and my nickname was the Shell Answer Man, if you're old enough to remember what that reference even means. Do you know how much of an insult that is when I know I'm more intelligent than my parents? And it's like, oh, but you won't listen to me. But you'll constantly. So no, and then it went from my parents to every relationship I was in, because I was a people pleaser. I wanted to please the woman that I was with. I wanted to please my partner. So it just perpetuated the fucking cycle. Why, me being this smart and already realizing all this shit, I didn't decide to wake up until I was 42, I will never fucking understand. I don't know if that's what makes me really, really center on the phrase, and it hasn't even been around that long. Life begins at 40. I'm really starting to understand that phrase now. I'm really starting to understand it. Yeah. The whatever you want to call it, God's plan, the flow of the universe, like, same thing. It's just like you've screwed up enough in life, or you've been controlled enough in life for you to finally look up at a certain point, like, hey, this is not the way things are supposed to be. And either you go left with it or you go right with it. And some people go the right amount left, and some people go the right amount right, and some people go too far and have midlife crises. I am not a religion. I am not. I know way too much about the origin of all religions at this point to even say that I have a religion. I will say that I holistically believe in the same God as, for the most part, Christianity. For definitely the Hebrew God, the vengeful God, the Saturnian God, the one that stands for balance and logic and everything else. And I also believe, because I'm Celtic, I believe in Mother. I believe in the creator goddess. I believe in Luciferia. You stole my fucking goddess and made her the fucking devil. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Like, I very much believe in that. Now, a lot of the terms as far as like angels and Nephilim and all that other bullshit goes, that is symbolic. Pure and simple. I didn't even see what Courtney said. What the fuck did she say? I should not have said that. I'm so sorry. I did not even see her say anything else. I just saw Kitty say something. Anyways. Probably a bot. I don't know. Got me on my fucking game, man. Okay. So, as far as like angels, Nephilim, like all that bullshit, that's symbolic. Pure and simple. Either that, or they were different deities ripped and bastardized from other religions, because it's proven Christian everything. The story of Noah is the story of Zaysutra, and that is dated back to the Sumerians, which is about 5,000 years before Christianity was even a glimmer in Jesus' eye. And that's proven. The blood moon prophecy from the Bible, from Revelations, is bastardized from Akkadian texts that are 4,000 years older than that. Yeah, so did I. And I was the kid always asking why. And I would always be the one escorted out of Sunday school, and I'd have to sit in the church and be fucking quiet with my parents. Because I was that annoying kid. Why? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Why? No. If I can't do it, he can't do it. Yeah, that was me, dude. If I can't do it, he can't do it. Like, there's no... Sorry. No, you're not gonna do that. No. Sorry. Just like... And that in and of it's that comment right there in and of itself is the whole reason why I believe in God and the Goddess, why I believe in the flow of the universe, why I believe Star Wars teaches you more about the core fundamentals of how it all works than anything else. That's why I think it should be a spiritual film and not a sci-fi fantasy. There's no fantasy about it. It's literal spirituality. The Force is represented as the flow of the universe. We all, like, it penetrates us and binds the galaxy together. That's the universe. That's the flow of the universe. The aether, whatever you want to call it. Like, that's it. Like, and Star Wars proves, because it pulls from every religion in known existence. Said from George Lucas himself. Mainly Buddhism, and I believe he said Zoroastrianism, but all of them are represented because he wanted to show all religions teach the same lesson. It doesn't matter what God you believe in. It's literally a 12-step program from the universe itself teaching you how to be a good person. They just need the lens of religion to get you to buy in, because faith and commitment and authenticity and accountability are huge factors in it. That's why Tesla always said things that come down to energy, frequency, and vibration. If everybody can raise their energy, their frequency and vibration to the same level, this is proven, to the same level at the same time. Same time. Everybody's at the same level. You're projecting so much energy outward from every human being. And remember, manifestation is not about what you want. It's about delusion. It's about the way you want things to be. You cannot see your manifestation in a real context. You have to see that world you want to end up in. Like, let's say, okay, so the whole context of, yeah, exactly. Well, no. The oldest known creator deity in existence trend is the Celtic goddess Luciferia, the Dawnbringer. She is the physical representation of the sun to the Celtic people. They took that name and that representation, like literally the used, and they translated that to the devil. And they brought in Beelzebub, they brought in Satan, they brought in all these other ones from other religions, threw them all in a pot and said, here is your devil. That's why he has so many names, because it is literally different devil entities from different religions all in one. Like literally, the Bible is a Disneyfied version of a Game of Thrones epic. Okay, so let me go back up. And that's actually a tactic. Yep. Exactly. All of it's a tactic, sir. And I think I've referenced it before, haven't I? It really pisses me off that I can literally make a career out of selling honestly and everybody else like lies to you. Which is why also what sparked me to do this, because I got tired of all these little spiritual numerologists and oracles and tarot readers. They don't know a fucking thing about what they're talking about. They don't know what symbology actually means, because they're all viewing it through the lens of a book that came out in 1976 from a guy that took everything in existence, threw it in his book. Basically, he took everything, he said every religion, every mythology, everything, threw it in a blender, hit frappe, left the top off, let it hit the walls, and was like, that's it. And this is where they pull all of their stuff. This is where Palladians come from. This is where, what's the Octorians or whatever that bullshit is. That's also where he also bastardized the fucking story of Thoth. Like, if you actually go back and look at it, it changes pre-6. And wrong. I mean, a lot of people... We're going to shift now because my back's starting to hurt. A lot of people still get it wrong. All of this stuff is simple symbology, through and through. Yep. Okay, so... No, it wouldn't be Aramaic. So, like I said, it's a dead language. It would have been dead by the time Jesus was here. They probably lost, if anything, they would have had knowledge about it in, say, like Alexandria or somewhere, but other than that, it wouldn't have been known. Because it's proven that the last catastrophe would have happened roughly about like 6,500, 7,000 years before where they were actually at the time. So think about it this way, like how much, because we trust on other people to do the work for us, right? How much do we truly know about our past that isn't changed by the victor somehow? How much do we truly know? We don't. I don't even know if I'm right. I'm just looking at the little way lines of truth where everybody in history agree with. So I have to say that is something that's real. Like, that's the only thing I have to go off of. This language would be completely dead. But I would say there are hints of it in places like Egypt, in places like South America. Exactly. And I'm not going to assume. But I will say, the Sphinx proves it. The pyramids prove it. The pyramids around the world prove it. Japan really fucking proves it. Japan really fucking proves it. Bet me. I will take your money. Like, they have an entire temple. Huge mother. Right underwater. Right outside the island. What the fuck went there? What the fuck went there? And why does every Ark of the Covenant look like it perfectly fits in the fucking pyramid? Why does the pyramid seem like it's perfect for generating a power source in prehistory? We have no idea how that happened. So how are we going to understand the culture that built it, the language that they used? All we know is we got supposed junk DNA inside us. They ain't junk. It does shit now. We know that. It's just not turned on. Well, who the fuck turned it off? We did not just evolve from apes. We have enough proof to show that we were engineered. We have more than enough proof. So any type of God reference you want to bring to me is just symbolic for the flow of the universe. Like I said, I follow Star Wars more than anything else. There is a cosmic force. That would be the macro. That would be Father. There is a living force. That would be the micro. That would be Mother. That is how I believe in. Not literal gods and goddesses, but the flow of the universe and how well we can tap into it. And the fact that there was another civilization that was smart enough to fuck around and find out and create us. That we should technically be immortal beings, but our fucking switch got turned on and dialed down to somewhere between 120 and 150 years. If you don't smoke, if you work out every day, if you eat right, blah, 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 blah. You can go to 120 to 150. But it's proven. It's proven we have an immortal gene inside us. They called it a God particle, ladies and gentlemen. They've called it a God particle for almost 20 years. Why am I the only one that knows this? Like, seriously. Yeah. Or whatever we see as God that created us. Because it's seriously looking like we got like picked out of the pile of monkeys, and they were like, we're gonna see what we can do with these fucking things. We're gonna see what we can turn them into. And they turned them into us. Like, it's really looking like that. I know we haven't gone there yet in our discussions, so we're going there. Like, I really believe that. But if you're asking me if I believe that there's intelligent design to the universe, you are not here for my multiverse talk, Trend. There is definitely intelligent design to the universe. What that is, no one can... I think Lovecraft is closer to explain the intelligent design to the universe than anything else, to be honest. Hold on, I missed your last one. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, okay, I don't mean anything derogatory by it, Trent. I don't mean anything derogatory by it. So think about it this way. There is an advanced civilization that existed before us. They're here. They have the ability, much like how we're developing CRISPR right now, the gene technology. Let's assume they have CRISPR perfected, right? And they're just. Am I close with my parents are narcissists. Let's just leave it at that. I have cerebral palsy. I'm disabled my whole life, and they think they have it worse than I do. So let's say that they get the hubris to decide, there's some monkeys running around, there's some gorillas. We're gonna take some. We're gonna fuck around and find out. We're gonna see what we can engineer, and what they engineered was us. And there is really, I don't buy into the fact, Trend, that the Anunnaki were actually gods. I do not buy into that at all. But I do buy into that they were, yeah, but the part that I do buy into is that they were an advanced race. And they got to the point where they could manipulate the genes in other animals. And they wanted to create a slave force so they didn't have to work. And they created us. Why do you think mankind, why do you think mankind has it built, specifically man themselves, has it built into them to work their whole lives, and their worth is built around their work? And why is it instinctually women want to be with the children? Instinctually. It's pure instinct. As soon as man and woman have kids, man wants to go to work, woman wants to be with the kids. It's not even the social norm. It is just the way instinct works. It's the way that it's always worked. Period. End of story, and you cannot tell me different. And the people that want to get on there and say that this is spewing garbage and sludge, you're ignorant. Grow up, wake up, accept the truth for what it is, learn more, grow, evolve, or you're not going to be around long. Because it's literally at that point. But here's the thing that no one talks about in spirituality and religion or anything else, right? Spirituality, religion, anything else. But there were so many bipedal humanoid. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So who's to say we're the first? Who's to honestly say we're the first? You can't. Science has even proved they've put explanations in place for things that are being proven wrong right now. So we have to question everything. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Trent, you... Yes. Yeah, you know exactly where I'm going with it. You know exactly... Yeah. Yeah. Science backs up religion, well, religion bastardizes spirituality, let's be honest about that. But science backs up spirituality. Yeah. Yeah. What we perceive as God was just a more advanced civilization that created us. If you really want to be like that. And this whole revelation talk is literally something that happens every 13,000 years that we're overdue for. And actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but Napoleon never sacked Moscow. And this is proven by two different journals. Proven by two different journals that Napoleon never sacked Moscow, and the first hints of the catastrophe that happens every 13,000 years happened the night that he was supposed to sack Moscow. It's literally written from a lieutenant's journal, and I think it's a colonel's journal or a general's journal. And it even says, they sat on the hill and watched fire come down from the sky and watched Moscow burn. That is a electromagnetic field interference problem. That is science. That's a hole up there. That happens when a pole shift is about to occur. And 1812, cosmically, wasn't that long ago, was it? And we're overdue. And we can even look back through legends and tales. Put it in the likes or whatever that crap is down there. Who knows the legend of the Green Man? Anybody? Anybody? The legend of the Green Man is another Celtic tale that's just about as old. It's arguably older than the legend of Luciferia because it can be proven that the Green Man goes back orally farther than. There you go, Bones. No, advanced civilization like the Earth is in cycles. Like you really only need 2,000 years to wipe away nearly everything. 2,000 years. That's it. That's it. Imagine that. These houses, faster than anything else. The skyscrapers, probably 300 to 500 years, and they're gone. You would never even know that they were there. Do you guys realize that? I hope you do. I'm being serious. I'm not fucking with you guys. You guys can look this up. There was an advanced civilization before us that created us. I'm fairly certain of this. That's who we call God. That's who we call Goddess. That's who we call Anunnaki. And you get what I mean. I don't mean because it's proven that it took a while to get to this point. But they fucked with the genome. It created the hominid species, which evolved much more rapidly than the normal ape species. Any of them, chimpanzee, whatever you want to classify it as, because I'm tired right now, and my brain doesn't really care to be that accurate. But yes, you're right. That's exactly what I'm talking about. But this entire thing is cycles, ladies and gentlemen. You only need 2,000 years to wipe away any evidence of a known civilization. And given that we're all digital, unless they know how to dig that shit up, create a power source, create a computer and an algorithm, everything, they'll never know we were here. Hell, we barely know that the pyramids were here. And Egypt, still to this day, wants to claim that they made them. When it's proven that those pyramids and that Sphinx is older than even the Kemet religion, which is older than Egypt itself. Like, it's preposterous. It's preposterous that there's all this information out there and people just bypass it. And there's a simple, easy explanation for everything. Except for one thing. And that's the flow of the universe. And yeah, exactly. You got a trend. Everything can be explained either through the scientific or the spiritual lens. Where science drops off and can no longer explain it, spirituality picks it up perfectly. It's like if you butt them up together, they're meant to go there. It's like symbolically, yin and yang means spirituality and science together. It's almost like it means that. I wonder why. But all this bullshit about, oh God, this, God, control mechanisms. And they've been in place for longer than any of you want to know. Like, we like to call it MK Ultra these days. It's had a different name going back a long way. Where do you think we talked about this last night? I know you weren't here for this, Trent. Where do you think slavery came from? Mike, Trent, you, me, and Mike. We're gonna do an example right now. All right. So Trent, Mike is the king. Well, like I said, it's a Disneyfied version of a Game of Thrones epic. That's the best way. That's the best way that I can explain the Bible. Is it's literally every religion on earth is literally just used as a catalyst and a lens for you to buy in through, but it's literally just it's the AA and NA process. It's literally a 12-step process in learning how to be a good person, and they speak to you like you're a child because they expect us to be far stupider than they ever were. And I think that's proven fairly easily. But let me get back to my point though. I don't want to waste time on this. So let's say Mike is the king, right? And we all know back in the day how the king, yeah, the preserved message being salvation. Yes, I'm actually going to get to that. And what I think the true meaning of that is. Because like I said, it's not that I don't believe in the same God as you. It's just I think they bastardized the story of Jesus. I think they used him as a way to control everyone. But I never really stopped believing in God. Like, I never really stopped believing in the flow of the universe. I never stopped believing in, like, there's a purpose for everything. Like, I never stopped believing in there is no choice. It's only cause and effect throughout your whole life. Everything is simply results of something that happened before, and we're so hyperbolic, like I said in the beginning, everybody has like a 5-year time span on their memory, so you forget what happened 20 years ago that might be like either paying off or shooting you in the ass now. Right? So, okay. So let's say Mike is the king, Trent, right? And we all know how they used to treat people back then. They would abuse you. They'd take your wife. I'd be more descriptive, but you know what I mean. They'd take your daughter, stuff like that, right? And then something happened. Trent decided to one day to stop taking it, right? I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm not dealing with this anymore. And then Mike's like, oh crap, he could actually get people together with him and they could overthrow me. Like, even worse than dying, like, I'll stop being king. I'll stop losing my free ride. What can I do? Oh wait, we just conquered this nation over here. Hold on. So Mike turns around to you, Trent, and goes, listen, Trent, I'm sorry. Listen to me. I know I've done you wrong. I know I've done this stuff to your wife. I know I've done this stuff to your daughter. I know I've done this stuff to you. But listen to me. Listen to me. I can fix all this right now. Trend. Here's Dustin. Anything that I do to you, you can take out on him. And he can't say a word about it. You own him. He's your slave. Trent, this is a control mechanism that they've used for thousands of years. So people like you and me will never sit down and be like, wait, why is he fucking the both of us over? And then us turn on Mike and actually get the justice that the both of us deserve. It's a control mechanism. Like I say, Mike, you get it. But you guys get it, right? Right? You guys get it. It's a control mechanism. I think he makes the cheesiest songs in the world, but there is one. Exactly. But there is one that stands out. Tom McDonald's, The System. Welcome to the system. Everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Like, literally, they have been using the same roadmap, the same way that religion uses it to create good human beings. And I'm not saying you guys aren't good human beings. I'm saying that we've all been lied to. The lens that we're looking through is the wrong lens. Like, it's all been a control mechanism for some pope or some king or some president or some oligarch to control us, to get what they want, instead of it being we the people. It's them fat cats, and it's always been that way. And from what I can see, unless people are willing to stand up for anarchy, it's always going to be that way. And that's a sad fact. And I hate that. I really do. The fact that if you really sit down and think about it, like, we spend more time digging up the past or making bombs to destroy our future, when what we really should be doing, what Tesla even hinted at, two things: get those pyramids running again, figure out how to make a superconductor, figure out how to make an ark to put in that shit to power it, because that's the true meaning of the Ark of the Covenant. And there wasn't just one, there was 12. And it isn't convenient, there's like 12 decently sized pyramids around the world. Power generator, anyone? I wonder. Hold on. I got lost, guys, sorry. Entertainment, yes, I think you had a good syllabus, and I just had to... That, I mean, again, like I said, it's all the lens that you view it through. They do this to separate us. Like, I'm never going to think you're a bad person. No. Because it's always the one that wakes up that is alone before everybody else wakes up. And it's usually not even until that person is gone, unfortunately. Mike, I just got done explaining that the devil never existed. The devil is just the other half of the Saturnian Father. It's meant for balance and judgment, and when wrath needs to come out, that's where the devil archetype comes from. There was no real devil, though. It was only father and mother. And then what did Trin say? I've seen the devil's hand. Again, not really the devil, it's father. It's all the bullshit that they feed you, honestly. Portals, bro, those damn pyramids generated. I don't know about wormholes, but I'm pretty sure it generated an energy field that went around the Earth. I don't know if it was what Tesla was talking about and it generated like free Wi-Fi for everybody. Like, just think of it like that. I don't know if it generated pure electricity for everybody to power everything. Not sure. Not saying I know. But I'm saying it's set up to do something like that. Because Chris Dunn is correct. If you look at the setup, it has a reservoir down below for water. Water is the perfect conductor for electricity. If you look up through the pyramid, it's lined with gold. Gold is another perfect conductor for electricity. And the only thing that is keeping it powered off is this little queen's chamber that's missing this little thing in the center. That, isn't it funny that the Ark of the Covenant seems to be the perfect size to fit in there, and the description of the Ark of the Covenant seems to be something of a power source that creates, I don't know, radiation that kills people? That sounds about right. So if we took those motherfuckers, if we put them in there, if we turn it on, I wonder what happens. I'm the crazy motherfucker that's willing to try. I don't know about you. Again, I think that is people dumbasses like Aleister Crowley. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it at that. Now, this is going to be a thin line because it depends on how much you know about ancient history. But there are entities that do exist out there other than us. I don't know if there's a different reality. I don't assume. And as far as portals and vortexes, I don't know if the pyramids will open those, but I know those do exist. I know those exist. Like I said, there's too much in the universe to make me too much coincidence to be coincidence. I've always put it like that. Too many things happen just the right way when you but really look at something correctly, think of something correctly, and speak of something correctly. It always goes the way you verbalize it. The force, the flow of the universe, whatever you want. That's why I say there's more to this than there's more coincidence than should just be coincidence. There's more to it. That's why I can never say that there's no intelligent design to it, because there's definitely some kind of there's something else. Like, I'm not ready to get that deep into it yet. No, I'm not ready to get that deep into it. No, I'm not that person, so I'm not gonna go there. But I have my own questions because of things that happened to me to put me on this journey. It really does make me question. Again, I'll never believe in Jesus. I know too much of that Septuagint. It turns my stomach. I can never believe. I believe in God all day, every day. I believe in Mother all day, every day. Like, I'll believe in all that. However you want to put it. God, the universe, Saturn, I don't care. Like, there's too much for it not to be true. But much like you believe, like, God was vengeful in the Old Testament and then he was a kind, forgiving God in the New Testament, I really think that really they propositioned it as Father being Father in the Old Testament and Mother being the devil. And then they kind of flipped it for the New Testament and made Mother God, because Mother's always been the heart. Mother's always been the forgiving one. Mother's always been the, oh, come here, baby, everything will be all right. Just dust it off and try again. Father is always, he's never been forgiving. He's always been balanced. He's always been justice. He's always been the stern hand. He is that one that, like, you skin your knee, he's like, all right, kid, what'd you learn from it? Go. He's that motherfucker. That's Father. The forgiving one is bastardized and put through a lens that makes it seem like he did a switch, but they're really just presenting the mother deity as Father in that aspect, because they've always been a physical or a symbological representation of the divine masculine, divine feminine. Divine masculine is justice, it's logic, it's not vengeance, it's not revenge, it's not avenge, it's just justice, it's balance. Mother's heart, mother's empathy, mother's intuition. That's why the spiritual journey, when you find your soulmate, you actually find yourself, because you've merged the masculine and the feminine. If you're a man, you've learned how to live through your heart instead of always living through your brain. If you're a woman, you learn how to live through your brain instead of living through your heart. It's all about balance. All of it. No matter how far you go back, everything comes down to balance and flow. Everything comes down to vibration, frequency, and energy. If everybody can get on the same frequency, if they all can raise their same energy level, there's nothing humanity cannot accomplish. But unfortunately, that never happened. Never happened. Because we have been conditioned to be divided. Pure and simple. No more, no less. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, no more, no less. And I hate it. I really do. Because everybody's bought in. Because like I've said before, we come into this world purely, listen to me. It's like 8 o'clock already here, and I'm like, I'm going to fall asleep. My brain's going stupid. We come into this world purely intuitive beings. Tell me I'm wrong. There are things kids will know that we'll look at and be like, how the fuck did you know that? Tell me I'm wrong. Like, honestly, tell me I'm wrong. Kids are the most intuitive beings on this earth. We're the ones that fuck them up. Pure and simple. Kids are walking fucking wisdom at times. And it's scary. Why do we fuck that up? Why, as society, are we conditioned to fuck that up? I think that's a better question. Why? Because, you know, our parents' generation, there were a few people that questioned. There were a few people that reached out. Even less in the generation before, so on and so forth. It's why stuff like my great-grandmother being a vulva, you know, a priestess seer in Nordic faith, I didn't find that out until I was in my 40s. It's like, the fuck? So we got powers. Like, power. Like, see the future type shit? Nice. Like I said, there's too much coincidence in life to be coincidence. Like, speaking of something into existence and then it actually happening the way it's spoken. Having a dream one night and then somebody calls you the next day, it's like too much coincidence to be coincidence. Flow of the universe, force, God consciousness, God speaking to you. I don't care. I really don't care. There's more to it than that. We got born into a larger world, but the God of the universe is not the God that we worship, unfortunately. Not on any level. And I'm still waiting for people to wake up to it. I'm still waiting for people to wake up. Because it's really sad. It truly, truly is. To have this knowledge finally and not be able to teach it the way that I want to, because no one's going to realize anything about this until I'm gone, like way gone, like Tesla fucking gone. Because I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this earlier today. So let's take everything that we've learned, everything that we talked about, let's put it into a scientific context, right? Because we're supposed to be able to butt up spirituality and science, and they match, right? One picks up where the other one lacks. So let's do that. Hold on, I'm gonna sit up. I need a drink. I'm going dry on the throat. All right. Now, let's talk about this. And let's talk about the myth. And I can prove it. The myth of the 144,000. Let me tell you why. What's going on, Trent? Welcome back. You came back at just the right time. Let me tell you why. Oh, I get it. Hold on, let me see where I'm at. I'm at 76%, so we're still good. Okay. So, let me tell you why the 144,000 is a myth. Pure and simple. It's this easy. It's because it's simply an estimation about what's supposed to happen. I can actually prove that Tesla proved that you can save everybody. No one has to be left behind if you want to put it in that context. If you want to put it into a spiritual context, everybody can join you in the 5D. It's just, it would have been easier to perform 2,000 years ago than it would be today. And I'm not joking. Because, okay, think about it this way. And in order to touch the aether, right? That's what Tesla called it. That's what Tesla called God or the universe or whatever. In order to touch the aether, you need to vibrate on the same frequency, vibration, and energy. Right? Essentially black matter, yes, essentially. It's also a part of the which is why I trust it implicitly. It's also why, like, I will preach his 369 method all day long. Like, if you want to manifest anything in a true way, like true magic I'm talking about. I'm not talking about this like wave your hand like Harry Potter bullshit. I'm talking about like true reinvent yourself, reprogram your mind so you can achieve anything type shit. Because like we're all told in life, God helps those that help themselves, correct? You can't sit back and just be like, I want a Jaguar today, and it go and pop up. No. You gotta go out there and bust your ass and work and get that Jaguar. That's manifestation. But there is something to the argument of frequency, vibration, and energy being a core element to tap into the ether, and you can manifest anything. And Tesla, more than anything, wanted to manifest inventions that would elevate the consciousness and status of humanity. But he wanted to do it in an ethical way. He never wanted to. Why do you think he was kicked off of the not the Philadelphia experiment, but what was the one in Long Island called? 3 Mile? No, it wasn't 3 Mile Island. What the fuck was it called? And I can't open anything when I'm live. God damn it. Okay, I'm definitely going to write that down And I'm going to definitely bring that up tomorrow. Alright, you take care too, dude. I think we'll almost be done here in a second. I'm getting tired. Because I'm already planning tomorrow. Holy shit. Mike, you have a great night, dude. Seriously. Stay safe. You know. Much love. I'll see you tomorrow, dude, if you show up. But no, so there is something about this. And on a spiritual sense, on a true spiritual sense, the concept of the chosen or the concept of the ascended or anything like that is simply an estimation or an expectation, you'll say, right? And they're expecting have to evolve, have to fall, because it's really what history has shown. Let's be honest. It's really what history has shown. But honestly, if you look through the lens of someone like Tesla, I think you can actually, in a spiritual sense, figure out a way to guarantee that no one gets left behind. I truly believe that. But we'll leave it there for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You all have a wonderful day tonight, wherever you may be. Please stay safe. Peace out, guys.